Good morning, young scholars. Happy Friday. I hope this message finds you happy, healthy, and looking forward to a 3-day weekend. Don't forget to take a little time out, read a little bit about Martin Luther King Jr., his wonderful accomplishments, his beautiful philosophical message, and learn from the events in his life, ladies and gents. Now, getting down to business, it's Friday. Last two assignments of the week. The first one you can see here, the week one independent reading check-in form. Please take 5 or 10, maybe 15 minutes. Fill out that form for me. I look forward. I'm excited to see what you guys are picking to read for your independent reading. How that's going so far. We'll discuss more next week. Second activity, second assignment, due Sunday. So not tonight, Sunday, but I would personally get it done today so that you can enjoy your weekend a little bit, is our first writing or our writing for the week. And it looks like this. So far in this module, we've been thinking about the environment and humanity's role or impact on the environment. I want you to take a little time today to think about your views. What are your values? Where do you stand on the environment? Is it something that is there to provide for humans, or is it something that humans should think about in a different and more unique way? So I want you to watch a TED Talk titled, Make Your Actions on Climate Reflect Your Words. Short TED Talk. Don't forget that you can access a transcript, a writing of the TED Talk on the website where I've linked to right here. Watch that video. Then you're going to respond to 2 different prompts. Each response should be a paragraph or 2, maybe roughly 250, 300 words would be a good goal for you to shoot at, but I'm not going to require a certain word amount. Response 1 asks you to write about the video. Response 2 is going to take you back to those statements from activity 4.2. I want you to pick one of these statements to look at and reflect on in a little bit more depth. So, for example, you might pick this statement: civilization is vulnerable and may not last. And I just want you to ponder that. Think of some reasons. Think about what it means to you. What does it mean to you? Do you agree with it, disagree? Why? Does it connect to your life in any way? For example, have you seen people behave in a certain way that thinks you're right? Do you have a particular story or event or anecdote from your life that might help to connect and explain your thinking on this topic? Or you could make a prediction. I've given you some points for thought. You do not have to answer all of those points for thought. You could focus more on 1 or 2, or you could write a reflection in any way that you so choose. This will be graded. I'm looking for quality of thought, quality of writing on this one will be graded, and it will go into the assessment category. All right, open. Let's see who popped in. Doing their work, Alexis. Nice, doing her work early in the morning. Good job, Alexis. And as always, I want to tell you about a book today. It's Friday, so I picked a fun one. In our interest surveys, or in the Reading Reasons #1 activity earlier in the week, a lot of people mentioned Stephen King as an author or a person that they might like to have in their house. So I'm a big fan of Stephen King. I love books like It, or The Stand is a phenomenal book, and it's on HBO right now, I think, the Stand series. But anyways, I wanted to share with you one of Stephen King's different novels. This one here is titled The Gunslinger by Stephen King. It's a great, great introduction to Stephen King and to his Dark Tower series. The Dark Tower series is 7 books, and they're some thick ones. If you like multi-genre books, it's got elements of fantasy, elements of sci-fi, elements of Western, and elements of realistic fiction as well. The Gunslinger, great start. Here is the first paragraph. Chapter 1. The man in black fled across the desert, and the gunslinger followed. The desert sky was the apotheosis of all deserts, huge, standing to the sky for what looked like eternity in all directions. It was white and blinding and waterless and without feature save for the faint, cloudy haze of the mountains which sketched themselves on the horizon, and the devil grass which brought sweet dreams, nightmares, death. An occasional tombstone sign pointed the way, for once the drifted track that cut its way through the thick crust of alkali had been a highway. Coaches and buckas had followed it. The world had moved on since then. The world had emptied. Enjoy your 3-day weekend, young scholars. I'm looking forward to reading your writings and our learning next week. See you on Tuesday.